Hi, this is praios, and yeah, again another study stream in which we will look into hands I played today. Yeah, I guess the first hand will already be a shame, but yeah, let's look into this. Not sure if I played it correct. Looks spewy already that we got to the flop with this hand and the pot is this huge. So I re-raise, he calls, he re-raises again, and both people back. Re-raise. Let's now see if our hand should be in there. Might even be the case, but our hand is not a re-raise in the first place. It is, and now it's calling. So seems like at least this was correct. Yeah, and the flop is like sucks so hard. Yeah, let's look into this. I checked, and yeah, the 4-better, Forever Hungry, got all in, so let's give him just aces and see how we would do against aces only. I guess against aces we should have the equity to call. 2 backdoor flush draws, gut shot. Backdoor 2 pair draw, backdoor trips draw. 5 spades, king clubs, 7 hearts. How much equity do we need? Way less, only 25% or something, I guess. So we need to call 50.5 in order to win this amount plus 2 times, so that's 101. Yeah, okay, this seems to be an easy call. What is if we change this a bit and make this range a bit wider? Yeah, when we even do better with our hand. Yeah, problem is that also one more guy is behind us. How good or bad are we doing if this guy, let's give him a 20% cold call range, he is quite fishy. So he will call with a 5, with a king, with a 7. This and this and this and this and this. Is he also calling gut shots? Yeah, let's also add all gut shots to this and see how we do then when we still got enough equity. So no matter how I change these circumstances, it seems that we always got enough to get it in. I mean, it sucks, but not much you can do about this. So yeah, once we got to the flop and once we have 2 backdoor flush draws and a gut shot, although it's a weak one, no way out anymore. Yeah, in session I played it very badly. For some reason I still folded. Yeah, this was very terrible and should not have happened. Shame on me, not sure why I did that. I mean, I was like, oh, I got no pair. I'm not even sure what I was thinking about, and very shortly after I was like, the pot was so big already, this is never ever fold, but yeah, so yeah, shame on me. If there's that much money in already, you cannot fold anymore, although your hand is very marginal. Oh, that's, yeah, this I asked myself if that's a 3-bet, but it is. We already answered this question. Yeah, and this is a call. We also answered this question. I also got another question. And this is, we have no cold caller. We have no cold caller. Okay. Need to work on my hitting the right button skill as well. Ace queen 3-4, no cold caller, and we still want to call. So this is getting continued anyways. I 3-bet this one, I guess, so let's see if that's correct. My guess is yes, it is. King, queen, 10, deuce. King, queen, 10, deuce. Yes, it is. No, seems like the solver is preferring to just call, although as you can see, it's very close. The equities seem to be very close together, and yeah, this sim didn't run long enough to get a result we can trust. Seems that if our 10 would be a jack, then it's a 3-bet, and with our hand we prefer to just call. But yeah, anyways, not a huge deal. That's interesting too. Yes, we are also a bit deeper than normal, or is it even the case? Yeah, but only slightly. Yeah, let's see what the GTO solution is on this board with our hand. Deuce 6-8. So 8, 6 deuce. We got the board. That's very nice. Let's check to us. Ace, ace, 10 jack. Ace, ace, 10 jack is betting. This is a very mixed picture. Spades, diamonds, and clubs are the backdoor flush draws. I think checking is the way to go with our hand if we have no backdoors, and if we got any backdoors, we want to bet the majority of the time. So okay, let's see. Let's say we bet half pot. Oh, that was bullshit. Okay, let's say we bet half pot and get raised. What are we supposed to do with ace, ace, jack 10? We are not folding anymore, and yeah, so when we don't fold against half pot, we are definitely not folding against full pot. So this is a bad stack off no matter which size you use, and yeah, I would prefer to bet larger if I stack off anyways, because I don't want him to be able to peel light, and it's if I remember correctly, the size from the solver was also, he was not using that much, 50%. He preferred 100%. So yeah, that seems reasonable. And what happened in this hand? It might be the case that I bet small and was still folding, but yeah, not sure. So if I did that, this was another mistake. At least according to GTO, GTO is not adjusting to player tendencies, and if players raise only very strong hands, you can definitely still fold, and you don't have to follow GTO all the time. But I guess this is already known by most players, or should at least. Don't follow GTO blindly all the time. Exploitative play boosts your win rate a lot if you know your players and yeah, play according to their tendencies. Is this an open? I think so. Should this hand be defended after getting re-raised? I have no clue. My guess is yes. Ace, Queen, 6-5. Ace, Queen, 6-5 is defended. Yeah, and if double suited, we even want to re-raise some or all. I mean, this 3% difference is probably just, yeah, according to the sim not being converged yet because it simply didn't run long enough. Yeah, so that's a call. Yeah, against this guy, even if GTO would have said fold, I think folding is not an option at all, because on the sample we got from him, he is going crazy on the button and is re-raising 33% in 142 hands. I mean, it's a small sample, but yeah, we have a tendency already, and it seems like he loves to go after the cutoff once he opens, when he is in the button. So yeah, I guess yeah, we cannot fold here with a hand this strong, as he's re-raising way too light. My guess is that this is a fold, but if I were sure about that, then I wouldn't have marked this hand. King, 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 3, so trip kings and a 3. Yeah, pretty sure that this is a fold. Trip kings and a 3. It is a fold. And what if we have a queen instead? Then it's not a fold. And a 10. This is strange. With a 10, we got back a better equity than with a queen, according to the solver. Okay, so 9 is also getting defended. No. So you need a 10, jack, queen, and an ace is probably also fine. Yeah, so 1 off. So we need to be a bit connected, and then we can defend. But the 3 is not good enough. I have no clue why I marked this hand. I think the question was if this is a defend in the big blind, and my guess is not. So yeah, so we will now look into the scenario where the small blind was folding and it's on us, and we now have the choice if we want to defend against the button open. My guess is that we shouldn't defend, and my guess is yeah, we cannot trust this one again, because yeah, the solver has no definite answer yet. Seems like it's very close, so you can go either way. So do whatever you want with this hand. Oh, this has a few questions to be answered. First, should I 3-bet? I guess that's probably fine. And yeah, now what to do on a flop like this? So I raise, he folds, he calls, and queen 7 deuce. Looks queen 7 3. Yeah, queen 7 3 it is. Where is it? Queen 7 3. It is, and yeah, it's on us. We got king 10 4. King 10 4. King 10 4 should bet 50% mainly. When we got diamonds, it's also fine to sometimes bet full pot. Which hands are checking and which are betting? So checking is the preferred line, then we have no backdoors. Yeah, although, yeah. Diamonds, yeah. We want to slow play some of our diamond draws and check the weakest of our king 10 4. And what happens? But half pot is the main size. What is if we get raised? I guess we fold. Yeah, king 10 4. Folds unless we got a backdoor flush draw to the king, or if we got the diamond draw. But yeah, that's pretty easy to assume that we don't fold with diamonds. I mean, in our example it's clubs, but the sim on Poker Trainer is in diamonds. And we also, if we have the backdoor flush draw and when we continue, we need to have the diamond draw at least blocked some in order to continue. This one here is also, I'm not sure if that's correct or not. The king 10 4 got spades, but we don't block diamonds. Yeah, so it's definitely very close. I mean, this is losing more money than folding, so in reality this should be a fold when we have no diamond in hand. Okay. Yeah, so this one is also solved. This sucks. That's closer to, yeah, let's do this with 50 and 100 PB. So the position is like this: raise, fold, re-raise, fold, queen, queen, jack 9, if I remember correctly. You fold only if you are rainbow, and in all other cases you want to continue. Okay, we put in the wrong hand. Queen, queen, 9, king is the correct one. But here it's the same thing. And yeah, what about 50 BB only? Queen, queen, king 9, yeah, probably the same thing. Yep. If double suited, you want to. Oh, that's not our hand. Sorry. Oh. Surprise, surprise. If you're only having 50 BB, you only continue if you are double suited and not with the single suited version of the hand. And this is closer to 51 to 100 BB, so this might be a fold. Yeah, I have to say, this is definitely a fold. This guy so far has a 3-bet percentage of only 1%. You want to private message me? I think that's possible on Twitch, for example. At least another guy, 2 other guys did, so I guess this is possible somehow. Yeah, so this one is a fold against, in GTO most of the time, at least for 100 BB it's a defend, for 50 BB it's a fold, and against this specific player it's a fold for 100 and for 50 BB. Although for 100 BB most likely not, as we might have some implieds. Oh, this sucks. This sucks very much. So raise, raise, fold, re-raise, download. My guess is that we should call, but I don't like it at all. And I also hate when Windows is just closing all my open windows for some unknown reason. So I need to bring this up again. Sorry for that. Yeah, what else do I need to bring up? This one to see this chat. Yeah, we call with our hand and we fold if we are just single suited. So I did my homework, figured that out correctly on the table already. Yeah, this was also kind of annoying. I think, yeah, unfortunately we have no sims. It would be very interesting to see what the GTO approach to this is. He 3-bet me pre-flop, I call. He bet 1/3 only on the flop, I call. Turn gives me 2 pair and a gut shot, but yeah, as you can see, flush already possible. He bets half pot and probably shoves the river too, if I would have to guess. And yeah, I was unsure what to do. I mean, he probably has all aces in his range and is also probably, is he bluffing with the ace of hearts only is a question. He might also assume that he has a bit of showdown value, and that's why he might not bluffing. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure. what to do here. Can I call once again and fold to a river bet? Or should I just fold here? I think folding the flop probably is not possible. I mean, we need a minimum defense frequency, which is very high if he's only betting a tiny amount of the pot. So yeah, calling the flop has to be fine, even without a heart, I hope. Yeah, on the turn, with no heart, it's probably okay to fold, but yeah, as I said, unfortunately no turn sims available for me yet, but I hope to get vision soon. Yeah, I definitely should get it. Will do so, but yeah, it's not available yet. Oh, I hate this spot. Completely hate it. Flop was three-way. I bet flop small against, yeah, I think one more reg was in the pot, and this recreational player who's playing like all his hands. He calls on the floor turn. I bet pot. He calls again on the river. He snap bets all in for about half pot. Yeah, straight got there. 9-jack is just arrived, and 5-6 also arrived. And yeah, I wonder if he might do this with a busted flush draw too. I mean, if he is doing this with only a small amount of busted flush draws, I already have a call. Or when he might be stupid to, yeah, whatever. What could he do? He could somehow arrive on the river with blockers. Yeah, that's a tough one. Help me out, Twitch chat. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I mean, he had to have something on the turn in order to continue. I mean, he called a pot size bet out of position. I mean, even a player who likes to peel a lot needs something, I would assume. 2 hearts, 10 spades, and our hand is 10 diamond, 3 hearts, 3 spades, and yeah, let's give him a range. So pre-flop he has basically having everything. So what hands is he bluffing with? He's bluffing with 9-9 and hearts. He's bluffing with 5-5 and hearts and 6-6 and hearts. He probably also gets to the river with this hands. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7 is the hand he might have. 5, 6 with hearts. What about other 5, 6? So 5, 6. Are people crazy enough to call 5, 6, 8 or something? He might, to be honest. Let's just look into this, how I'm doing against. Yeah, even if he's just bluffing these blockers, and although 9-jack he can also have, but not all 9-jacks, I guess. 9-jack with hearts, How else can he arrive at the river with 9 jack? 9 jack with another jack. 9 jack with so it's on turn, it's an open-ender, but he needs to have something with it in order to come to the turn. So 9 jack 8 probably. Is he calling with a 4? I mean, I've only bet half pot, so let's say he's calling with 9 jack 8, 9 jack 4 and 9 jack deuce. Could also have like 9 jack king king, 9 jack queen queen. 7 of spades. Okay, I did a mistake. I forgot to enter the entire board. Okay, against this hand range we do very poorly. What is if he's bluffing with all missed hearts? Then we already do very good. What he is if he's bluffing with not all hearts, but with hearts that include some sort of blocker. Not only the best blockers, but he needs to have a 5, a 6, or a 9, or a jack. Yeah, when he's using only the single card blockers, basically nothing changes. Hi. Here, my friend, look into this spot. I really hate it, and I wonder what you would do. Yeah, the action was pre-flop. It was 3-way. I made a small flop bet, I think half pot. He was the only one calling. On the turn I bet full pot, as I now have top set and want to extract maximum value. He's a fun player. And he calls, and on the turn he donks all in, not on the turn, on the river he donks all in, and yeah, the straights got there now. Guess this is probably based like 100% on player tendencies, but we don't know enough about him. We only got 20 hands from him so far. So what would be your bottom line against an unknown fun player who takes this line? And remember, you lead. You don't need to be good that often. 25%, about 25% you need in order to make this call. Sometimes we also do like very crazy stuff, hitting 8-7 on the river and pushing all in or something. Yeah, I really don't know. I would love to hear some opinions about this one. Yeah, but yeah, let me know, or if you're still thinking about it, yeah, let me know once your thinking process is finished, what you think about it. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's probably closer to fold than to a call in my eyes, but as I said, I'm not sure. Oh, this one sucks also. I would love to ask a solver about this. Well, how big is the pot? Why is the pot so big? I think it was probably 3-way on the flop. I check called the flop, and now we improved a bit, hitting a pair. We also now got a gut shot, and he's betting full pot, and we are out of position. And yeah, I guess if we had hit a 5 or a spade, we feel very good about our hand. Yeah, 20 hands and his, let me switch back to it. He has like 86 VPIP, 48 preflop raise, and is 3-betting 41%. But yeah, remember it's a small sample, only 21 hands yet. But yeah, probably a very crazy guy. Also, his timing pushed me a bit in the direction, thinking that he might be very strong, because he didn't took much time. Within a second or something, he shoved all in. So not much thinking involved in this all in from him. I mean, it might be that he was just planning to get all in on all scare cards, having a hard draw or something. So yeah, it's not impossible that it is a bluff, but in game I thought that it's more likely that he's not bluffing. But yeah, I'm very unsure about this one, and yeah, would love to hear some more opinions from people who understand the game. This one again also, but you have vision. You can probably find a good answer to this problem, because yeah, I don't know if we can call. So if we call, we have like half pot left on the river, and we are out of position, so it's hard to extract value once we hit. So yeah, I put this hand in here too, because I will go to the next one, but would be very nice if you could look this up in vision. I guess this will be for a heads up per pot, but this was probably a multi-way pot. If I had to make an estimate, I would guess that this most likely has to be a fold. But yeah, not sure. Feels very bad if we fold a hand that strong. This was the question if I should open it, but I'm pretty sure that I should, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, we can make a wheel, we have 3 big cards, so I guess this is good enough, although we got no suit with it. Oh, one is probably not supported. Deuce. Yeah, all these hands are opening, and yeah, it's not even that close. Oh, I guess this might not be a call on the button in the first place. So a lot to unpack here. So let's first see if we should cold call. No, we can also check for 100 and for 200 PB, because yeah, you are supposed to call more than deep. Ace 884, Ace 884. Single suited version seems to be closer to a fold than to a call. And if double suited, you should re-raise. That's a bit surprising. Let's now look into the same spot, but with 200 BBs, and we are 300 BB deep, but that's the closest we can get with this program to the situation we are facing. So Ace 884. If we are deeper, we don't want to 3-bet anymore, I guess, because it hurts very much if we face a 4-bet. And we got a bit tighter. Although it was close in the other one. It seemed to be mixed or something between calling and folding, but folding was the preferred option. Yeah, and here also you lose some money, but not a lot if you call with the single suited version. So if you have this spot 100 times, you would just lose 2 BB in 100 hands. So yeah, it's a close, small mistake to call. Yeah, let's get back to 100 BB. And we can also check this up because he's calling a small percentage of hands. And yeah, now he called. No, what was it? Somehow we got a 3-bet in there. He is 3-betting, he is calling, and now it's on us. I guess with one more guy in, we have to call. Yeah, we have to call. Yeah, we cannot. Yeah, we have to call. So all good. Once we call. Once we didn't fold, we cannot fold when it comes to us the second time around. But we should have folded when we faced a single raise only. Yeah, I check called flop, and yeah, now I checked again on the turn, and he was betting full pot. And it probably was a multi-way pot. But yeah, I guess Vision does not have multi-way pots still. So we have to go with a heads-up pot, probably. Yeah, this also screws this up a bit because we will have a lot more play left. Probably a pot size better, not only half pot. Ace, ace, 10, 6. 3-way pot. Button open raises. He calls, we 3-bet when we hit this board. Or is this the check fold? I mean, the cutoff's cold calling range will almost never hit this board. And this guy's pretty wide too. I wouldn't be surprised if we can bet and stack off against one and fold against two guys. 10 hearts, ace hearts, 6 clubs. This guy has like, if he's playing GTO, this is like 50% or something, and this guy should be at like 10% to 20% or something. Yeah. If we take the top heavy ranges from Poker Tools, our hand is doing very well against the perceived ranges which I entered here. What if we make this a bit, although this is, I think it's, if I change this a bit, that's not helping him at all. Yeah, I guess betting small and against one guy getting it in, because they often just have like a flush draw or something. And when both guys want to get it in, I guess we can assume that someone has something big and still fold. So bet half pot and fold, maybe. This is also quite interesting one. I wonder what you guys think and what you would do here. I mean, we basically missed completely, but the button has a very wide range, which we beat most of the time still, and the cutoff is not supposed to have anything at all, or not often at least, maybe a nut flush draw. A very interesting one too. And if we check, I think checking is not doing very good at all. Although checking might be fine too. It sucks if drawer for OK or whatever his name is checks back, because we don't want to give away free cards. But once he bets and the other guy folds, we can just get all in. Assuming that he's betting wide. But yeah, he will check back often, so that we don't like. At least I think I don't like this. Oh, that's another tricky one. I think that's an easy fold, but let's see what GTO says. But this guy has only almost no free bet, so yeah, we don't want to play against aces the majority of the time with a hand that is heavily dominated from aces. And yeah, our suit is also not the greatest. So fold, it's on us. Jack, queen, ace. I wonder if that's an open in the first place, but my guess is yes. I guess this will also be defended when single suited, but not with 3 of a suit. So that's my estimation, and I'm wrong. We are defending. Where are the ones with 3? Okay, so GTO approach would be to defend, but against taking into account the player tendencies too, we should not defend for sure. In GTO, if we were double suited, we should even 4-bet. What happens if we get 5-bet? Can we still fold? The screenshot you mean from this one? Let's find out. When we re-raised this hand double suited, and if we face an all in, if we can still fold. Probably not. Ace, jack, queen. No, we cannot fold anymore. But we are losing quite a lot. In reality, we probably also might be able to still fold, because people in this spot usually have aces and not the 5-bet jams that GTO still has, and which humans probably don't chip in. But keep in mind, if you do that, you are very exploitable. By the way, does Vision have 3-way flops now, or still not? Okay, this is probably a 3-bet, right? Yeah, I think so. I would bet money on it. But this is although, yeah, that's a bit close. 4-5, I know has to be a 3-bet, but I think the solver hates deuces and 3s, so maybe I'm wrong. 3, 4 is even with the 4 high suit, although yeah, even the 4 high suit seems to be a 3-bet, so played it correctly is. What about king, deuce 3? King King Deuce 3 is, although I think I did something stupid. It's not a 3-bet, right? I messed that up. Yeah, it's not a 3-bet. Messed it up. Yeah, it's getting called. I mean, solver is not sure about it yet, but looks like it would converge to just calling and not 3-betting, but for 5 probably 3-bets. At least that is what I thought. And yeah, although that's also close, as this is split between the two options, and the 3-bet also seems to have lower EV. So yeah, it's still close with that one, but definitely not a 3-bet with my hand, I guess. What about, okay, now 4-5 is not enough. We need 6-5 to make the 3-bet. And how bad are gaps? I guess we hurt our hand a lot. So if we have 8-5 instead, then we still prefer to 3-bet for some unknown reason. 8-9 not, I guess. Although 8-9 has some connectivity to the king again, so yeah, it's close. Calling and re-raising have the same EV, so do whatever you want. What about what is also bad? 4-7. 4-7 is, yeah, also all these hands are on the edge. Yeah. Look into Dance Fucker, look into the screenshots if you can and say what you would do as PLO Pro. I mean, I don't know what to do. Oh, that was an interesting one. Yeah, I bet the flop small, I think, and on the turn I was potting to get it in. But yeah, I guess that should be fine. I mean, we have ace 100 times more often than him, although he could slow play I think what is the stack depth at the start of the hand? Just like 130 BB. People probably not slow playing yet, or not much at least. So yeah, he probably has ace never, and we can very easily have it. And yeah, we also have a lot of backup. A 5 probably give us the best hand. He most likely also don't have 3-5, or at least not often. So we don't have to fear the straight. And yeah, king often also gives us the best hand. And yeah, we also got the nut flush draw, so this should be fine. Although in hindsight I would say the sizing looks a bit fishy to me. I think I should have chosen a smaller sizing, because with aces people tend to bet smaller as well. Yeah, the sizing is not good. 50% you recommend. This actually looks good, because if he calls when we have like around 100 something in the pot and 75 left or 80 left, so we got a good river shove no matter which card rolls off. So yeah, the bet size I definitely messed up here. So yeah, this was not good. Although we might get in a really tough spot. What happens if we get shoved on once we bet 50% on the turn? Do we still have a bet call? What will be the final pot? 110, 220, 260 or something will be in the pot. 260, and we have to bet to call like 75 or something. Just very rough calculation. I think we need like 25, 28%, something like that. If we bet 50% and get shoved on. He often has something like ace 10 if he shoves. So what ace 10? How many outs do we have against ace 10? 8 spades, not 9. 2 kings, like 10 outs. And a 5 most of the time too. 13 outs. So against ace 10 we have a call. But if he has, for example, 5-3 somehow, then we are screwed. When we got only 9 outs, then we don't have the equity to call. What if he has a set? Our outs don't get down that much if he has a set, right? Yeah. If he has a set, we are doing fine. Yeah, he could have. What else could he have? What is shoving the turn? Ace 10, definitely. Probably might shove. A set might shove. But against the set, we probably also have enough equity to call it off. So only the straight is bad. So probably still a bad call. Still a bad call, yeah. Let's figure this out. Board is 10 hearts. Spade, 4 clubs, ace spade. Our hand is king clubs, king spades, 3 spades, 4 diamond. And he has 50%, but he didn't 4-bet, so he has 3% less. And he calls the flop with a 10, ace 10. I mean, he has to be all in. If he wants to be all in, he has to have a good hand, and ace 10 is a good hand. 3-5. Gut short. I think my bet size was half pot, so yeah, 3-5 definitely calls the flop. What else calls the flop and shoves the turn now? Deuces, 4s, 10s, for maybe. Although let's only put in the bottom two, because he might have yeah, let's say he's still just continuing to slow play his set and also be a bit scared and wants to keep my bluffs in. Are there any semi bluffs that he might shove now, which we dominate very hard? What about hands like ace 4? Is he shoving ace 4 on the turn? He has to have to call the flop also, so ace, when he just has a 4, that's not enough. You can have like ace 4 5 with spades, let's say ace 3 4 with spades, so call the flop with the gut shot and a pair. This is definitely reasonable. And he can also have ace deuce 3 with spades, or ace deuce 4 with spades. Are people now getting all the money in if we don't have spades with ace deuce 3 or ace 3 4? Yeah, I said that I excluded 10-10 because I assume that he's just calling some of the sets and some he's shoving all in, and yeah, I decided that the 10s he's still just calling, and deuces and 4s he shoves all in. Just a random assumption. Let's see how we do against that. 29%. Should we do the exact math? Yeah, I think that makes sense. So 29% we got. And how much do we need? So we put in 100, although we made a bet already. Well, that's very annoying. So half pot. We got 109 BBs or something, and we would bet 28. Is it 20? Yeah, 28. So 81 big blinds we got left, and the pot would be in the end 109 multiplied 2 plus what's already in the pot. That's 56. So, oh, this is very close, very close. We need 29.56%, and we got 29.27. So, yeah, this is annoying. That was also I remember why I bet so big. This was because I didn't knew what to do if I got raised on the turn, and that's why I bet so big, because I was like, okay, if I bet big, I definitely know what to do if I get raised. But yeah, that's definitely still not the correct way. At least I think so. Yeah, so this is very close. So if you get raised using the small sizing, according to my calculations, we got to fold, but it's very close. And yeah, if it's that close, I probably would not fold. I mean, we could put in a few more hands, which probably will push this a bit more in our direction. What might he have? What hands? Let's say he's just shoving ace 4-5. Although this probably doesn't make it better for us. Yeah, it is not improving our equity. He could have jack, queen, king, 10 with spades. Not that much more semi-bluffs, right? What else could he have? Oh, still we still lack some equity which we would need. So yeah, might be the case. This is closer to a fold. What is if he has something like, can he randomly spew with like 10-4? He called the flop and now he is like, oh, I don't care. The ace wrote off, but he doesn't have it. Yeah, when something like this can happen, we would have enough equity. Well, let's say 10-4 with spades. He's like, fuck you, I'm moving in. Yeah, if he is just sometimes random spewing with 10-4, assuming that I sometimes don't have the ace, and yeah, he also has some backup in case he gets called. So yeah, if we put in a hand like this, when we suddenly are over the threshold of 29.5%, so yeah, I would call. Seeing these numbers, although it's against the original range I made up, it was not correct. But in game, people might do some spewy things that, yeah, change it a bit in our direction. I mean, it could also be the case that I put in too many weak things here, and in reality, it's a lot tighter when I make a mistake. But I guess anyways, the mistake can't be that bad. What is if he just is getting in this? I guess that's quite reasonable, and yeah, against a range of sets, ace 10 and 3-5, we would only miss 0.15. So that's good. Yeah, if he is not going crazy with ace 10 some of the time when we are very skewed. Yeah, so the most important factor in our calculation is the ace 10 shove that he might do sometimes on the turn. How much did these ace 4-5 spades hand change the equity? Yeah, it's not doing very much. So ace 10 is the critical assumption we made here. If he is just getting in 3-5, we probably, but we cannot come to this conclusion, I guess, because yeah, in reality people definitely have more than 3-5 in there, and sometimes is there a way that they could have random spew sometimes, like 5-5-6, where they called the flop because the price was good, and yeah, so, or yeah, 5-5-6 could be like random spew hand with like 2 vector flush draws or something. 5-5-6, yes, that makes sense. What else? 3-3-6-6, but this is not a huge part of his range. So yeah, it's hard to come up with a blocker bluff here. Yeah, I'm already finished my hands. Did you solve the one thing, what was it here, this one? Did you put it in vision already? Although there were many things which should be put into vision, I guess. Where is the other one? This one. Yeah, I definitely need to pick up vision. Shit. Yeah. Do we want to do some solver work? Not solver. Yeah, although it's a solver. Do we want to do a quiz or something? Or is it already the end of the stream? What spot do I want to train? Is there any? What is interesting? It's also annoying that we cannot train that well with the solver we got here, because the sims for post-flop somewhat suck. What makes sense to train? Yeah, I did some vision quizzes in the past with the 1 month subscription. I think they are. Some people looked at it, but yeah, they have a few hundred clicks after half a year or something, like, or it's not half a year, it's like 2 or 3 months where they are online. Yeah, I also always was like, what the fuck is going on? I cannot find a pattern. What should I do here? It's not human readable. Impossible to find patterns to make decisions based on GTO. What is a cool spot? These. I think I don't want to train any preflop. I already looked into straight boards and into monochrome boards a bit. Okay. What else is? I guess some 30 BB. Do we want to train 30 BB? Just for fun? I've not really. Let's train some 50 BB. Yeah, let's do some 50 BB. Especially if I play more high stakes now. I will often play short, or the tendency of the player pool is to buy in short. Maybe many of these guys play lower nowadays, and yeah, they only want to buy in deep if the fish is deep, and often the fish buys in for minimum, and then everyone else also sits with minimum. So although this is not changing that much compared to the 100 BB range, we just have to be a bit tighter, but it's just very marginal, 0.8% difference only. So yeah, and I already have a good idea how this works, so I just have to keep in mind that I have to be a tiny bit more um 987 yesterday. I think not. Probably you would have to go through the video footage from last session. So 22.9%. Then 100 BB. How much less is it than short? 22 against... Okay, that's a bigger difference. So MP loses 2.3%. Okay, how much difference is it? From cutoff 26 compared to 32, maybe? (26) versus 32. I guess this makes some sense too. Let's do a quick training for 50 BB and see how we do in that. We will also make this one a bit more difficult as always and adjust this number down a bit. So let's, oops, that's not the one we were searching for. Where is this thing? We need to close this one, refresh ends and restart now. That's already a close one. Cut off, rainbow. Can this be a fold, boys and girls? I think for 100 BB probably not, but for 50 BB it might be. Because if you get re-raised, we don't like our life. Let's go with a fold, and it's a raise. Then this is a fold. Okay, is this a raise for 100 BB? I guess not, so that's probably a fold. This was a very hard one. Trip 9s, I mean. Okay. Still a raise. That's a tough one, but a fold. What? That's surprising one. Yeah, we are 50 BB only. Man, all these stupid stuff still gets raised for 50 BB. And what? Okay, that looks... I really need to know what I will do with this hand when I get re-raised. Ace 885, right? Ace 885. Okay, we call. No, okay, we don't know, as the solver is unsure. So do whatever you want if you get re-raised. We don't know the correct answer yet. Okay, next one. Always wrong. Is this a raise? No way, right? Yeah. This is a raise. This also, this not. This not. This is probably not a raise. Okay, that's a clear raise. Okay, it's not a raise. Not a raise. A raise. Not easy. Easy. Are there any kings that we fold? Probably not. Maybe king 8 deuce or something. But other than that, we probably open them all. Oh, that's a tough one. Okay, once I got it right on these close ones. This is not close. This is close in my eyes, but this couldn't go either way. Okay. Oh, 0.01. Ugh. Ugh. The 987 board I just did randomly, right? Or was it a hand too? I just looked into it, I think. I think fold too. Yeah. That's a raise. Another raise. Okay, we didn't do that bad. So 90% is good enough for me. How different are the results for the button open? I think it's 52% or something. Oh, that's a big difference when it 39 compared to 52. Okay, so that's worth trying. So we got the biggest difference in the button. I also need to look into the blinds, how their behavior changes. Okay, make this a bit more difficult. Refresh hands. Start training. Easy. Easy. That's not that easy. That's Twitch chat. This is what? Let's go with fold. Okay. Fold. Raise. Fold. Raise. Raise. Probably raise. Fold. Raise. Ugh, that's... I would fold. That's correct. Let's find a hard one. No, that's not that hard. Not hard. Also not hard. Not hard. Not hard. Oof! Thought this is not hard, but it seems like it is. Yeah, but 0.01. This is not hurting my bottom line too much. Huh. Okay. Guess this is probably an open for 100 BB. I guess it's good enough, but slightly. Good enough, not good enough, not good enough, not good enough, also not good enough, good enough, probably good enough, good enough, not good enough. Good enough? Yes, it is. Last one was good enough. Ace king 5-3 is good enough, but this is a bit worse. Is it worth it, or is it worse enough to fold? It's worse enough to fold. This one could all be on the edge too, but I say raise. Yeah, it's close and it's not a raise. It's a raise, and this is not a raise. Oh, this was also very close, the one before. This is not so close. I guess more cards lose in value. So I fold. Really a fold? Yes, it is. Another fold. More folds. Not folding ever. Raise. 96%. Should only play short. Okay, let's take a look into the blinds. 27% call, 28% raise, and 27, 28. I think we are limping way less than deeper. Is this correct? Yep. Oh, this probably needs a lot of work to figure this out. 6% only calling with 100 PB and calling like 25% when short. What happened? Did it crash? No. So what sort of hands? A lot of slow plays. You want to limp raise. Let's see some weaker hands that want to limp. One with actual. What is ace 9 8 7 doing? Is it a limp raise or limp call? Double suit is probably limp raise. Queen, double suited, although 2%, so ignore that. Ace, king, queen. For this, I guess we will make like 1 million mistakes if we try to figure out which hands should be called and which should be re-raised. Not re-raised, raised. Down a bit more. So stuff. That we don't like to face a re-raise are definitely limp calls. We need to find something else. Okay, but no, that's incorrect. Call, raise, download. So now I want to see what hands will limp raise. So we got some limp folds too. So yeah, only the weakest stuff we limp can limp folding, even ace high. Flush draws do so. Ja, wo glaube ich? Bitte. Limp calling. So let's look into some of the weaker limp calls. Okay, kings that don't have the greatest playability. Although I would, with king, king, queen, deuce, I probably build a big pot, and it seems like this is also split between re-raising and just calling. I think weaker kings are better suited for limp calling. King, king, queen, deuce. Oh, this one is limp calling most of the time. Queen limp call, weak ones, king, king, 3 deuce. Although besides GTO overworld, I think it's a very good idea to limp raise all these kings, for example, because a lot of people will be relentlessly just raising from the big blind, assuming that you are weak and that they have position for the rest of the hand, and they will be quite surprised and annoyed once you put in the re-raise. I mean, I always am if this happens to me. So yeah, that's definitely a great weapon, and probably you could do it worldwide, although you are not that not great balanced anymore. But let's be honest, sometimes balance is not that important, and you also could make the pot very big already when you have 18 BB in, and yeah, like pot to stack ratio will be, once you limp raise, 2.5x or something, or 2.0, something between 2.0 and 2.5x. So yeah, kings, almost all kings, at least the single suited ones, seem good enough for me. Okay, let's just look into the limp raises a bit more. Jack 754 is a limp raise. Jack 854, interesting. 10-9-6-3 is a limp raise. Okay, let's do pre-flop training for the small blind. This will not be 90%. Pretty sure that it cannot do 90% here. I don't limp at all, basically, or not much. I just do it when people are too aggressive. Then I limp a bunch, but also not limp raising that much, because it always feels like that they are not adjusting anyway. So I just raise the good hands where I want to re-raise and then call the other ones. That's a fold. Nice. That's probably a call. Nice. That's a call. Not really, but it's close. Yeah, normally you raise, but this could be in the... No. Is this a call or just a fold? It's a call. That's definitely a fold. That's probably a call. Fold. No, it's a call still. Raise. Ugh. I guess call or fold. No, it's a call. But yeah, as you can see, whatever you do, these are not that big of a difference. Fold. So this is probably the hardest quiz you can do. You also have 3 options, which are all getting chosen quite frequently. Call. Is there a call? Yep. Raise or call? Folding is not an option for me. When you get raised, let's call. Okay, raise is the option. That's probably fold. No, still good enough to call. Call? What the fuck? This hand looks so pretty, but it is a fold. That's probably a call. No, raise. Oh, prefers raising. Call or fold? Fold. Raise. Fold. Raise. Raise. Fold. Fold. So far we are doing better than expected at first. Call or fold? It's a call, raise, fold. Oh, okay. Raise, I guess. Call, I guess. Fold. Raise or call. Ugh. So close, all these options. I think we had this one, but I can't remember what I choose and what is the correct one. Call? Okay. Raise for sure. Fold for sure. Fold for sure. I don't mind if we get re-raised. Look how close that is between these two. Is this a call? It is. Call. Raise. Raise. Call. Oh, not good enough to call. Not good enough, I guess. It is. Not good enough. Good enough to raise again. Call, I guess. Okay, but it's 0.01. The mistake. Fold. 74%. Better than I thought, and we also had 3 options now, so more room for mistakes. Yeah, I guess we did well. Can make it a bit more difficult and refresh hands and start the training again, as we are not good in this yet, at least not 90% accuracy good. Fold. Call. Raise. Okay. Call. 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 So good. Fold. Call. Raise it. Raise it. Call. Raise it. Raise it. Raise it. We're doing well so far. This is either a raise or fold. what did I say? This was completely bullshit. It's either a call or a fold. Yeah, so, but it was a fold. But it was a tiny mistake. Raise it. This appears to be close, and it is. Seems like when we put the numbers closer together, that it's becoming more easy. Maybe because they put in too many of these easy folds, or we just improved a lot after doing this one quiz, or we are just lucky. So yeah, not sure what it is. Oh, that's a tough one. Great fold. I love this double suited trash, but in game I usually would raise it probably, or call or whatever, but here I'm focusing very hard to not overplay my double suited trash hands. Call. Call. This is very difficult one. I think it's a fold or a raise, not a call. This hand plays terrible, but we might want to raise it because we got an ace and a king in our hand, and this might give us enough fold equity by blocking all these good hands. Fold is still correct. Oh, and my assumption also was the raise would have been the worst option in terms of EV. Oh, what? Okay. No. Okay, that's good enough. That give me a break. These are equal in EV, so this should not be counted as a mistake. Life is unfair. Okay, 90%. And this without the help of Twitch chat. Okay, let's also look into how the defense frequencies, how these change when we are short stacked in the blinds. I guess I don't know yet, didn't check it ever, so let's see. Is this already loaded? Might be. 2, so 3 and 12. And so less calling, more raising than for 100 PB. 3 and 12 versus 7 and 9. Okay. Let's also fold. call 41, raise 10. So 41 and 10. Again, more 3-betting, less calling. 41 and 10 versus 34 and 12. Yeah, and also I think the 3-bets are more, when I go through this, are more value driven and not that many speculative stuff in there compared to 100 BB poker. How much changes for this situation? So in position on the button. Um, 8 and 7, and for 100 BB it's probably 7 and 15, right? Uh, 8 and 7 versus 8 and 15, so a lot more calling. What if we face a cutoff raise? First in the small blind. Okay, that's now 400 BBs. 6 and 7. I guess this will be almost no calling and only re-raising. 6 and 7. What is 9 and 2? Okay, what is a big blind doing? $29 and 9. Although that's probably not that big of a difference. 29 and 9. Probably less 3-betting for 100 PB. But not much. 6 and 30, yeah, 31, so yeah, okay. So this is not that big of a difference in terms of frequencies at least, but I guess the hand you will choose, the hands will differ, as you will 3-bet more value heavy when short. Let's also look into the most extreme example. Let's also look into this. How much calling do we do? Probably like 4 or 5% re-raising and like 10% calling or something. Yeah, even more calling. Almost 14% calling, 5% re-raising, and way less calling. Some more re-raising, I would guess. Oh, still a lot of calling, and not that the re-raise almost stays the same. We just remove some of the calling hands. Probably the one that needs a lot of implies like 5, 6, 7, 9 or shit. I'm not sure if it's even a call for 100 PB. Just try to make up an example and failed miserably. So let's look into the big blind defense. Okay, we need to reply. Not even sure how to do this. Yeah, if I want to timeout. No idea how I ban people, but this stupid spam I definitely don't want, but don't know how to do anything about this. Calling 24 and raising 6. Calling 24 and raising 6. I mean, that's not that different, I guess, to 100 PB. You probably call even less 100 PB deep. (24 and 6 versus 19 and 5. So yeah. Okay. So not that much changes against the early positions, but quite a difference if we face an open raise from the button. So let's quiz this too. 7, yeah, looks good. Download. Ist der da noch dran? Ja. Für hier?
Nein, für die Wohnung.
Kann sein, dass ich schon abgegeben habe, ich weiß es nicht.
Ich würde jetzt die Übergabe machen.
Ja, da ist das, was ich habe. Kannst du ja gut nachgucken. Oh, we need to adjust this down. Ist das da noch dran oder nicht? Der eine ist es doch hier, oder nicht? Hatte der eine schwarze Umrandung? Der hatte keine schwarze Umrandung, oder? Der hatte, glaube ich, keine schwarze Umrandung. Nimm einfach mal meinen Schlüsselbund lieber mit, dass da nichts schief geht. Nimm meinen Schlüsselbund mit und probier's aus. Sorry for that. Start training. That's a fold for sure. That's probably a re-raise.
Nee, du musst doch wieder mit dem Hund gehen.
Wie lange willst du weg sein?
Keine Ahnung.
Oh, it's a close one. That's a close one. Boys and girls. Although there are probably only boys. Although I'm pretty attractive, so some girls might be in here. Not because of the poker content, but yeah, okay. Yeah, is this a re-raise? Let's say yes, it is. That's a fold. Can we re-raise this one, or is this too shitty Too shitty, I say. No, it's not too shitty. It's a re-raise. So hands of this become a re-raise, like this become a re-raise against button. One mistake so far only. Huh. This one is tough. Might be one of the few calls. It could be a re-raise too. Let's just re-raise. Re-raise? What if we... So we are short. If we re-raise and we got another re-raise, we are not happy, but we might fold out some shit. So re-raise. And fold. And this is not good enough to re-raise, right? New record, 98%. Oh, almost a perfect game. Almost. One fucking mistake. What did we do wrong? Okay, the ace king 7-8, which we had no balls to re-raise, was our own mistake. So yeah, with 50 BB, the re-raising game against button becomes a lot more easy. You are just looking for high cards and good equity hands to jam, and yeah, easy game. And add some occasional ace high hands in there too that look pretty, but don't have the greatest equity. So yeah, I guess that's what we need to know. Yeah. Okay, let's do one more. So compared to 100 BB, we will now do a bit more re-raising, but less calling. Let's adjust this down a bit. Refresh hands. Did I do this before? Was this the reason why I did so well? I'm not sure. What? That's not a good start. We can't beat our last result after the worst first hand. But we can do as well if we make no mistakes from here on. No! What? This is a shitty hand. Come on, guys. So, okay, well, this is call 2, call, fold, call. Oh no. Calling is preferred over raising by a lot. This is better than the ace 9-7 deuce. I mean, this looks worse to me. Okay. This is a call, yeah. Call. This is a call or fold. Yep. Raise it. Probably just calling and folding and raising and raising, folding, raising, folding, raising, raising. I think that's, is this a raise 100 pp? I guess not. But suits also doesn't matter that much anymore. If shorter. This was a tough one, but I made the right decision. This is another tough one. I guess it's a fold. It's easy. Easy. Okay. No? Okay, that's a bit weak. This other, what was the difference? Okay, we got, yeah, okay. Cannot go too bananas with random trash. We just have an ace high suit and ace king in it. I remember back in the day, people were always 3-betting this shit. At least the crazy dudes. 90%. Okay, not that bad. I think the one thing we didn't look into yet is big blind defense versus small blind. $68 and 10. I think that's not that big of a difference compared to 100 pp. 68 and 10. I think we call a bit less than 100 pp deep. 68 and 10 versus 65 and 12. Okay. How do we react to limbs? Versus small blind limbs when 100 pp deep, we will do half, raise half, check the rest. Okay. And what do we do for 50 pp? Check more. I guess this is because with less money behind, position becomes less valuable, and also when we get 3-bet, there's not that much play behind, so we cannot apply pressure with as many hands than in the scenario with 100 pp. So should we train this too? Why not? I mean, this takes 5 minutes. Should be okay. So far we had great results. Only the one with 74% was a bit disappointing, but we redid the quiz and then we got our 90% again, so yeah, I guess this was just bad luck. Or we have a very steep learning curve, one of these. So make it a bit more difficult, refresh the hands, and start the training. What was the situation? Small blind raises, it's on us. That's tough, I guess, because these hands have less value than short. So is this a re-raise or not? This is tough. It's very tough. It's not a call. It's still a re-raise. Come on. 50 BB? Is this 50 BB or did I okay, it is 50 BB. So still a lot of these speculative shit will go into our re-raising range. Is no. Yes, okay, it is a re-raise. Sick. Whoop. Okay, this one was wrong too. Yeah, okay. I should focus more. We defend almost everything, so folding the nines doesn't make any sense. Oh, that's a bit surprising, but this is slightly too bad. Okay. Okay. I guess the rule of thumb here is if we have these connected low card or semi-connected stuff that looks pretty, for re-raising we want to have double suited hands. Can we call or is this still a fold? Call, I say. Okay. Call. Call. That's a fold. This is a call. No. Even for calling this too weak. I liked it, but unfortunately I was wrong. Call still, I guess. Calling, folding, raising, raising, calling, calling. Oof. This is still a call? No, it is not. $84. That's not a great result. Let's resume one more time. So now it's taking 10 minutes to do this, but yeah, I thought that less of these double suited connector stuff was getting re-raised, so I want to make sure that this will go into my automatic memory so that I can apply these principles on table without thinking too much about it. No, come on. This is like pure bullshit. Why the fuck is this still a call? I would have bet 10k or something on this not to be a defend. Okay, if I would have thought more about that, that's the defend for sure. Okay, this looks good for me. Better than the deuce 5-9. Huh. No, not good enough. Not good enough. Ugh. Okay, let's. No. This looks a bit weak to be re-raising. I also don't want to face a 4-bet with this one. I guess we call if we face a 4-bet, right? Raise. Raise. What was it? Ace King 7-4. Ace King 7-4. Yeah, we call. Okay, that was the thing I needed to know. Is this a fold or still a call? A fold is correct. Oh man, I need to get better aiming, play more Counter-Strike or something to not click in other fields and make this disappear. Call. No, it's a re-raise. Okay, that's a re-raise. That's a fold. Call. Call. Re-raise. Debating if this is a re-raise or a call. A re-raise. Okay. Ugh. Call. Call. No. Okay. 82. What was our last result? Are we getting worse or better? I don't remember, but at least we need to repeat this one more time. Start training. Fold. 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 Raise. Raise. Fold. No idea. Call. Fuck you. That's exactly even. This mistake doesn't count. Yeah, I cannot only be called. That's painful, and it's also wrong. We had something similar lately, and that was a fold, so I fold again, and it's wrong. Huh? Didn't we had something like that, and it was a fold? I would have called for sure, but okay, my memory isn't the best as well as it seems. Although, yeah, it's correct. Okay, that's too weak. That might be too weak too. This is not too weak. This is a re-raise, right? Yep. That's too weak. That's too weak too. 92. Okay, that's a result we can live with. I guess we need to sign off and prepare vision for our next session in order to get in some really interesting post-flop spots. Yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, I think I didn't set it yet, and if you came to this point, you definitely need to get this information. Definitely apply for the coaching if you want to have free coaching. If you want to find out how this works, go to my YouTube where this was announced. Yeah, thanks for watching again. Have a good day and good luck at the tables. Signing out. Bye.